Hi guys, it's the RPG Brit here and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tales of Arise. If you haven't watched the last video, I mean I don't know why you'd be watching this one, but wow. So the Lord got captured. I'm putting that in speech marks because she obviously didn't. She let herself be captured, let's put it that way, and then she pretty much killed everyone that went to see her get executed in one go. Pretty savage. So I'm going to go to the inn to hand in this quest that I've got, and then I'm going to make my way down to the wharf, which I've already been to, but I couldn't get any further because the elevator wasn't operational. So I'm going to head down there once I've handed this in.
This?
We bought some food for you. Is this enough? Well, you're so generous. Thank you. Yes, that'll help a lot. I mean, to be fair, your population has just dwindled, so I don't have much to offer in return, but I'll teach you my family's secret recipe. Nice, if you like. Curry recipe.
Great.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, this sounds delicious. Yeah, I can't wait to try it. Doesn't look at all hard to fix either. Hey, Carissa, if it's really that simple, would you teach me how to cook it? Wow, you're actually interested in making food now, not just eating it. What? Does it matter to you? I'd just like to put a certain someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier. Well, I'd love to teach you, but my training isn't going to be easy. Think you're ready? Is that serious? Sure, I guess. Hit me with what you've got. But promise me you won't tell anyone I asked this, okay? My lips are sealed, but in return, you have to call me Captain while we're training. What? Deal? What? Okay, Captain. You're supposed to say yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Fair enough.
All right.
Now we can begin your training. I see you have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect. We'll use that as well. What? But the recipe doesn't call for fish. Are you trying to talk back to your superior? No, ma'am. You're supposed to say yes, Captain. What?
All right.
Good. It looks like you have everything we need. Now we dive into the culinary trenches. Yes, Captain. Is that how you hold a knife? What are you trying to do, Private? Dance with it? No, of course. You're supposed to say yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Pay attention. Turn up that fire, boil that water. You don't have time to let your eyes wander. Yes, Captain. It's all finished. So it is. The flavour and presentation get a passing grade. You've got promise, but there's still room for improvement. You have to keep training every day. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Captain. Guess I've got a long way to go before my food is perfect, but I'll show him. One day my food will taste so good it will knock his armour off. Obviously talking about me.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's funny. Right, let's see if there's anything we can get here. Dragon Flame sack. Oh, he can get upgraded. Astral Crystal. Let me just look at the others first. So yeah, that's why. Astral Crystal for her, but I don't really use her that often. And for him, it's quite annoying because I've got to make some that are earlier on. Crystal Knuckles. Which I can actually now. To get that one. Alright, let's do that. I've got... Oh, I need to unequip him. I think. Let me do that now.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
Right. Equipment for you. I know I don't use him that much, but he's got the worst weapons. I was noticing when I was looking at upgrading him before. Craft weapon, go back to him, and I can do the best. There we go. Right, so it is just astral crystals now. I need 3 in total. Oh, and dragon flame sack for her. Yeah. Okay.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Right, we're gonna sleep. Cook before resting, yes. Grilled mushroom, defense up. Rare ore up. Vegetable soup. Attack up. Heal CP. Heal CP is quite good. Defense up. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna do the vegetable juice. Yummy.
Mmm. Looks perfect and tastes just as...
Awesome. Right, let's rest so we're fully healed, and then I'm going to travel there. I'm tempted to fast travel, but I kind of feel like I still need to keep up fighting and leveling up. So what I'm going to I'm going to travel there, but it'll be off camera. Which way do I even go? It's to the hills, isn't it, I think? Yes. So I'm going to travel there off camera. As always, if anything happens, then I'll start recording again. Or once I get there, then I'll record then. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a sec. Right, so I've got down to the entrance. Let's head in and see if we can find her. Something tells me it's going to be a a very tough fight, especially if she can just create.
Dead end? No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
It wasn't operational. We'll say that she powered it on when she came. And yeah, there is a ship. Head for the hidden underground dock. Right, let's explore the area first.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
Oh yeah.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Let's carry on looting first, obviously. It looks like a... Actually, it looks like a modern ship, weirdly. Like that bit looks like a yacht, like a big luxury yacht, but the rest of it kind of looks like a carrier. Nice, 3 mackerel. Right.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail.
Well, I'm ready straight away. Let's go. Ready to go? Set sail. Alright, just hold on tight, because it's going to get bumpy. I wonder if this then opens up a ship that we can use all the time. I'm not sure why we'd need to, because we can just fast travel.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's
Why is there
supposed
loads
to
of
be
people coming
something
with
of
us?
another castle, I'd reckon
guess
they
crew,
probably
maybe?
wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
Your party disbanded.
I know Malabar said we could take it easy, but
I've got
there's
to
no
talk to
telling
all of them
what
now.
to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Right, let's start with Law.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter
Yeah, if you
how
didn't
much
turn
I
him in
play it
straight
back,
away.
I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Sounds good. Okay, Dahalim.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Dahnan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
It's good to know. What is she doing? She feels seasick, maybe. Yeah.
You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shionne and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shionne.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Right, Rinwell's next. This should be interesting. This is actually a
Do you think Law is
cutscene
okay?
as opposed to just the pictures.
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shionne mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shionne's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Right, one more, and speak of the devil, it's Shionne.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little.
What was that?
Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
She's definitely changed an awful lot since we first met her.
We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Let's go back and talk to him now then. That ship had a better head start than I first thought. If you want to take a nap before things pop off, now's the time. Yeah, let's do that now.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's
Wow.
huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
It's going to take a while to explore that ship, I bet.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
We'll see about that. I'm guessing that's another Zeugle that she's made.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Mobile Fortress Gradia. Members who left have returned to party, so everyone.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
Let's just listen to
What
this
you
quickly.
said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Right. Let's watch this.
Now
And if there's any
that's
more, we'll
what
watch
I
them
call
and
a
then I'll
ship.
Yeah.
end this video.
The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Definitely. Behind the Mask. One more.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute.
It's probably not the best
That
time.
mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, because can you imagine if he's actually originally like a bad guy or something? I'd be mad. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here, and then we're going to go through. We've got lifts here. I wonder how many floors there are. But we're going to go through this ship, exploring all the way, and then yeah, hopefully find the Lord and beat her. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much, and take care.